Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Today I want to talk about the grave disadvantage many foreigners find themselves in while visiting the Philippines. You know, many retirees choose the Philippines because so many of the masses can speak English as a second language. But what we fail to realize is that Filipinos speak very little English in the Philippines. Why would they? Why should they? Your girlfriend, wife, or friends can flip a switch and leave you in total darkness. Filipinos don't even need to talk behind your back. They can say whatever they want to your face because you don't know what they're saying. One of the craziest things that I see happening in the Philippines is that foreigners, we go all in, myself included, with a relationship, marriage, business, retirement, everything, without understanding one single word of the local language. It's crazier than sending money to strangers in the beginning, in my opinion. They can plot against us right in the open. When people talk about Filipinos being sneaky, this is what makes them so sneaky. They can talk to their boyfriend over the phone right in your face without any fear of being discovered. I can almost guarantee you that if Elliot Eastman could understand the local language, he'd be here today. He wouldn't need somebody else to gauge the temperature of the trouble for him. He could have did it for himself. By the time they let him know how much danger he was in, it was too late. I don't even know what's going on in my own home. You know, I have to rely on somebody else to tell me. This is the grave disadvantage. This is an unfair advantage that every Filipino has over a foreigner who cannot understand the language when they come to the Philippines. But we've normalized this behavior. This is what's so crazy about it. We've normalized it. I'm going to give you an example. I've been talked about to my face. I mean, a woman was sitting right next to me and was talking about me like a dog, all the while smiling. Her boyfriend didn't even know what she was saying. He didn't even know what she was doing. It was only after the young woman sitting on the other side of me told me what the lady was doing did I confront the boyfriend. He apologized for her. She's never apologized to me for that. But whenever you're on a double date with another foreign or Filipino couple, the women flip the script. They flip the switch and start, it's almost like they're speaking in code. They understand clearly what you're saying, and we don't have a clue what's being said. This is a grave disadvantage, and in their case, an advantage. But we act like, oh, it's no big deal. It is. It's the source of many of our problems here. Oh, what could go wrong? Everything could go wrong. I find myself saying, what did they say? So much, man, I sound like a broken record. Is it time that foreigners learn the language? Because there's so many dialects. Learn one of the local languages when they come to the Philippines. I think it's past time. You know, I didn't really understand how important it was. You know, I downplayed it because at one time I was, dead set on learning the language and being fluent in it. But then I said, I don't want to know what people are saying. I don't want to hear what they're saying behind my back. So I put myself at a grave disadvantage. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to tell you to learn the language and I'm not going to learn it. But I will tell you that we're at a grave disadvantage, even a grave danger. You recently heard of the 81-year-old American and his 65-year-old Filipino wife that was murdered in Ormoc City, one of the safest cities in all the Philippines, as far as police reportings. Come to find out, one of the main suspects, or the main suspect, is a former employee of theirs who they had to fire. Well, if the man could have understood the local language, instead of just hearing the whispers, he could have deciphered the whispers and determined, hey, what's going on? Are we in any kind of danger? Because a lot of times the women over here will look out for us. They'll hear things, but they'll keep it from us because they don't want it to hurt our feelings, or they don't want to make us worry. Same thing with Elliot Eastman, really. We need to be able to gauge that temperature ourselves. Am I in danger? He could have heard the gossip going around, or how mad the man was when they fired him and all of that. But because he doesn't know the language, it played a part, guys. You know, y'all think I just be on here talking like I don't know what I'm talking about, man. I've been over here too long for that stuff. You see the video the other day that I made when I was saying the reason people aren't coming to the Philippines anymore and why their numbers are falling down. I was asked for my point of view and I gave it. And I got a lot of pushback. Oh, it's the infrastructure, people say. And then this morning, the Interior and Local Government Secretary gives us just a plain explanation of why the tourists in the country are exceedingly low. He said it in 3 words. He says, we're not safe. He said tourists don't feel safe in the Philippines. And this is what I said. I said these high-profile cases involving South Koreans, Chinese, and Elliot Eastman, they seem to be going unsolved. It's like the Filipinos, to the outside world, it seems as if they're not doing enough, to keep tourists safe. The cases just disappear without any solution. But to keep on beating that drum of infrastructure, guys, listen to this. You don't go on vacation to a place like the Philippines for the infrastructure. Does infrastructure play a bigger role, when you're talking about retiring over here or relocating over here? Yeah. But the tourists who come over here, they're on the beach all damn day, enjoying the sun. They don't think about the infrastructure half as much as what we think they do. But I wanted to get on here, I wanted to talk about that, guys. Is it time that we learn the local language? The Filipinos don't need to talk behind your back. They can say whatever they want to say about you to your face because you don't understand one single word they're saying. They can flip that switch at any time. This is what makes the women so sneaky. They can talk to their boyfriends right in the open and you wouldn't have a clue. Crazy, right? They can plot against us in the open, like they did Elliot Eastman. Is it time that we take this for the importance that it is, I should say? So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I always talk about real life stuff. This came across my mind this morning. I said, you know what? Let me talk about this. Because I talked about it a little bit on my members only live stream and how we've normalized this crazy behavior of going all in a country, in a marriage, in a business, without understanding one single word of the local language. You would not do that. Would you think that was crazy if somebody came to America and just start pretending and getting involved in the day-to-day activities and not knowing one word of English? You'd probably think they were crazy. Well, we're crazy over here when we do that. Oh, what could go wrong? We say every damn thing. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, finding your heart to help somebody. Now, a day goes by, I don't help somebody. We spin the wheel 5 times last night. We're going to spin it 5 times again tonight. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Think it over long and hard. Should I learn any of the local language in the Philippines? Because it's Tagalog is the national language, but Visaya is spoken mostly in the country. They got Ilonggo, Chavacano, I believe I don't know. The last I heard was like 200 dialects. But you should at least know remnants of the local language wherever you're going to live. If not, you're putting yourself at a grave disadvantage, even a grave danger, ladies and gentlemen. I don't just be on here talking. I've been over here too long for that. I'm really trying to give y'all some information that can help you. So take care. Enjoy Moncton Newtown. And I tell you, I was wrong about this place. 3 years ago, a friend of mine, shout out to Sydney Gibson, he invited us here. He rented a fancy place, and it was nothing like it is now. And everybody was talking about buying condos here, and I was like, man, I don't see it. I wouldn't waste my time here. Now, when I go to, let me say, when we go to Moncton Newtown, we don't want to leave. Matter of fact, when we went this last time, we extended. It's like night and day. 3 years later, the lady was telling us about the beach. It was only a vision at that time. And I didn't believe it. I thought it was a sales pitch. Watch at the end of this video, man. This beach is just unbelievable, man. This whole place is becoming, I guess, the BGC in Lapu-Lapu. And I know you might laugh at that, but if you see how far this place has come in 3 short years, you won't laugh. So enjoy the rest of this video, guys. Take care. Join me on my live stream later on as we're going to talk more about this grave disadvantage that we find ourselves in the Philippines. This grave danger we put ourselves in when we don't understand the language.